How do? Welcome back. In this video, I've got a bunch more PS1 games, a load of charity shop finds that I will be making wait for to get more PS1 games through CEX and such. So first I'll go through those before I show you the PS1 pickups, because there's quite a few here. So let's just begin with some charity shop bump I've found first. Right, here we go. I went to a local market stall yesterday that had 3 for 2 on PlayStation games, well, games in general, and I found Space Marine, the Warhammer game. Never played it, not a Warhammer fan, so I've no idea really, but I know it has a bit of trade value. And another copy of Space Marine, why not? And a game called Blood Drive, again, something I've never played before. It seems quirky enough. Is it a Carmageddon game? I don't know, someone tell me, I guess, but the price on those were £6 each. If you can see the stickers there, £6 each. I paid for those on 3 for 2, so I paid £12 for that bundle. And I believe CX will give me close to £30 on the trade value for those. So that's a bonus. And this was a charity shop find in a place called, bear with me, I don't want to make sure my card details are on there, but this is called Cornwall Air Ambulance, if you can see that there. And I paid a total of £2 for Wii Sports Resort, the cardboard one, and Wii Sports in the cardboard sleeve. And I believe CX give me £11 on those two. So again, nice bit of profit through CX there. And now these ones were some charity shop finds, paid £1 each. Bear with me, there is a receipt here so I can show you. There we go. And this was a place called Children's Hospice Southwest. Paid £1 each per game. These games are some of these games don't have a lot of value, but I picked them up anyway. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, never played it because I'm not an Xbox gamer, but that'll be getting traded in. Sonic Unleashed, played it on the PS3 and I wasn't a fan of the whole werehog thing. I just couldn't vibe with it, but that has a fair bit of trade value, so happy days. An extremely tatty, man-juicy looking Transformers. Again, that trades in for about a £5 at CEX, so I think I've got a bit of profit on that one there. I had a dabble on this because I weren't sure. Brutal Legend, but CX will literally give me £1 for it, so I get my money back on what I paid for it. And the last one from that charity shop is Minecraft on the 360. That has a fairly bit of trade value anyway. So again, that'll be another one that just gets chucked into make way. And now I paid, where's the receipt for this lot? For 2 games and a DVD box set. I paid a total of £3.40. Again, it was an animal hospital charity shop, which I got this lot from. £3.40 all in for Batman Begins on the PS2. I've no idea how much that's worth. It's probably not worth a lot. This Hitman Contracts, I know this trades in for like 80p, but these games were basically just put in the bundle because they don't accept card payments below £3, so I had to put that in because they also an entire series box set of The Mentalist. I've never watched the show, but CX will give me like £19 for it on trade, so happy days. So that's all my CEX stuff. And before I get through my PlayStation 1 pickups, I just want to show you the game I'm going to be playing today, which is Parasite Eve 2. Someone in the comments recently mentioned if I'd played it, and I have played it before, but not for a while. So I'm keen to play it again. And it has been a long, long time. I mean, the graphic image there is something in itself. But yeah, it's a shame over here in the UK we never got the first one. But I will get the first one eventually. But my main focus for now is the PAL set, as you can see behind me. So, right, let's get on to... I've got quite a stack here of PS1 games to show, so I'll just go through them in any particular order. The prices are on these games. I didn't pay the prices on these games because these are from Avalon Collectibles, the place I mentioned in my previous video. And I buy a lot of stuff from this guy and we always come to some sort of deal. So I've left the prices on basically just so you've got a rough idea how his pricing structure works. And a lot of these games are ones I probably won't really be all that bothered in playing. Some I will, but I bought a lot of them for one particular game, which we'll get to shortly. The first one is Disney's Treasure Planet. It's a Disney game. I probably won't bother playing it, but maybe. The little one will probably like these eventually. I mean, she's 3 now, so when she gets a little older, she'll probably want to play them. But £7.95, as you can see, was that what he had it at, but I did not pay these prices at all. So let's just bear that in mind. Next is a game called Swing. £6.95 on that mark there. I have no idea what this is about. It says test your powers of logic. A brain-teasing puzzle game, I believe. I mean, the back of the case gives nothing away. No pictures, just text. It might be good. I'll give it a bash just to see if it is any good or not. Let me know down below if anyone knows if any of these games are any good. The ones that I have no idea for. Now this one is another one of these Midas bilge games that I 100% will never play. Because it's a cartoon film jigsaw puzzle colouring book game. Joys. The Sword of Camelot. Again, I think £6.95 might be a bit risky on that one. But again, it's not a game I'll play. But it's no different to many of these other games that are like this. Basically cheap Disney rip-offs. They're all just colouring book, cartoon film games. Not for me. This one I will play. And this one, it's got some old school classic games on it like Asteroids, Centipede, Super Breakout, Missile Command. Atari game. Which one is it? Arcade Greatest Hits, the Atari Collection 1. Apologies. But I will play this. But again, these prices here, I didn't pay these, but I think £8.95 is not a bad price for a collection game with 6 on there. Considering the Namco ones, they range like 20 to 50 quid, I believe. Next, I heard this game on another video. I can't for the life of me think which video it was, but the guy in his top 50 must play games, he put this in there. I've never played it before. Apparently it's endorsed by Edge magazine, so I'll give this a go for sure. And it's called Burstrick Wakeboarding. It might be good. I liked Wave Race 64 back in the day. So if this has got any vibe compared to that, then I guess it'll be alright. But again, what was it? £9.95 was supposed to be on there. I don't know if it's any good, so bonus if it is. Another game, it's an animation one, not really for me, but the little one may like this sort of thing. This is called The Road to El Dorado, or Golden Glory, The Road to El Dorado. Apologies. Apparently it's a DreamWorks movie. Never seen it, because animation's not my vibe. But I'll let the little one have a bash when she gets a bit older. She might like it. Next is another Midas game, but it's not as ridiculously rubbish as the Disney rip-off ones. This one is called Pro Racer. It has, I don't know, choose to race over short, long, and mirror courses. Select grip or drift. I mean, look, it's probably the most basic racing style game out there. It ain't gonna be no Gran Turismo, is it? But I'll give it a go. I like to play racing games. In my last video I got the Max Power Racing game. I remember it being a lot better than it really is. That game is god awful, and the camera on it, like if you go over a bump, so say you go like sideways like that, the camera orientates like that too, and then when you go like that, the camera it's like really snappy. vomit inducing that playing that game. So nostalgia, I guess. And this one, I mean, I've never even played the game itself, but this one is a Phoenix game. So again, another utter rubbish title. Pro Backgammon. I know nothing about the board game itself. Excuse me. But choose from a variety of games, apparently, of backgammon. I've never played it, and I probably won't play it. It'll fill out that lot back there. Another Midas game. I am vibing for the Midas and Phoenix games lately. Pro Bodyboarding. It looks absolutely rubbish on the back. I don't really know what to say about it, if I'm honest. It's got 4 different beaches to play, so I imagine that game having some serious longevity in there. Well, there you go. Pro Bodyboarding. And originally, it came with a free memory card, but I didn't get that when I bought this, by the way. Now, this game, I've never even heard of this game before, but the target audience for this, back in the ps1 days, I would have imagined was the typical laddie lad type of thing. If you know about what they did with Lara Croft from Tomb Raider back in the 90s, you'll understand. But look at the artwork on that. This is called Danger Girl. I mean, look at that. What is going on? This is like for young boys. I mean, the rear is just as bad. And I know nothing about this, but as it says there, you play as some spies or something. It's not really my thing, but here we go. Next game. I've never even heard of this. It might be good. I'll play this out of curiosity. Streak hoverboard racing. Again, I know nothing about this. It says 100% adrenaline. So surely it's got to be good then, right? But my favourite thing about this game is the manual it comes with. Look how thick that thing is. They don't make them like they used to anymore. It's weighty with that manual in there. But again, it's another game that has to go in for the collection as I go for all of them. And so, am I happy? I don't know. I'll give it a go and get back to you. Another game I've never heard of, but bigger, better, faster. Explosive racing. Is it good? I don't know. I'll play it. But it's apparently you can go head to head in a link cable game, which I don't believe there was many link cable games back in the day there, as you can see there. But I'll give it a go. Why not? And again, it's got a fairly chunky manual going on in there, and all these games are complete with manual, front covers, rear inlays, correct disc. I don't collect anything else. Well, there we go. It's that one. Another one I have no idea about. I thought it was a cartoon, but it doesn't say any like TV network thing on the case there. It may have been, I don't know. Roswell Conspiracies. Again, I know nothing about this sort of game. I mean, obviously out there is more people with a lot more knowledge than me, but I'm not going to sit and research these games on the internet before I tell you, because if you've got any vibes for them, you can do it yourself. You don't need some TV presenter telling you, which I ain't, by the way. Another game, which this one really took my fancy because it says it was from Take-Two Games in the bottom corner, and that is saltwater sport fishing. I'm not into fishing as a base, and I'm not a fan of the salt water either. I don't like the sea. But Take-Two on it, apparently. I don't know if that was this pre-GTA, is it? I don't know. But again, it's another one for the collection, and it should have only been £4.50, which I don't think is a bad price, really. Now, this game I did play back in the day. I'm keen to play it again purely because I think this will be a game where nostalgia weighs more than the quality of the title. I imagine it's probably pretty rubbish by today's standards, but it's Championship Motocross 2001 with Ricky Carmichael. I mean, I don't even know how old the guy himself is now, but obviously this was 24 years ago, this game, so I'll be intrigued to Google the fella. But yeah, that's again complete, all as it should be, and all these discs are clean as a whistle. I mean, you might not be able to see it, but these are clean, no scratches on them. Most of the cases on these are actually in really good condition as well, which is I'm really happy with. This game is, I'll just get straight to it, some X-Blades inline skating game. I mean, really, skate through magnificent 3D environments while performing tight tricks. Tight tricks. Don't know if you can see much on there, if it gives away much, but it's just rollerblading game, no? But it's the same developers that made the scooter, the micro scooter racing game, somewhere up there. I've got no love for those types of games, but I guess there was a market for it back in the 90s, early 2000s. This game doesn't really need any introduction. The last time I played this was many years ago, and I guarantee by playing it by today's standards it'll be awful, and I don't have the mouse, so I imagine the controller will be even more difficult. But SimCity 2000, anyone who's into your city building style games, you'll know this. It's a legendary title, and you just can be a god sim, so you can be as good or bad as you want in it, really. Disasters and all the jazz. But that I'm keen to play, and I might have to invest in a mouse because it says it's compatible there, but it doesn't say it's analog compatible, so you'll have to use the directional buttons to move your mouse icon around rather than the stick. So I might have to invest in the PlayStation mouse. Don't know how much they are by nowadays, but I'm keen to get it. And the last PS1 game I've picked up, and this is the reason I bought all this lot, because I got a good deal on these, and this particular game I got way under the value of what it is through CEX or most like eBay and such. But the price on there, I did not pay that. But this title is called As Your Dreams. This again is a game I haven't played before, but I've been keen to play it because I've been seeing it quite a lot pop up on the likes of Vinted, and I know CEX sell this for like £105 or something. The listed price on there was $79.95. Again, I paid under that, so I'm keen to get it, and I'm keen to give it a go. It's a role-playing game, and as many PS1 fans out there will know, the PS1 itself was an absolute RPG machine, and there were so many good ones. And the only downside to this particular case is it's got a chipped bit there, and it's looking a bit like it originated from, I don't know if you can really make it out, but it's looking a bit browny, like it originated from a smoker's place originally. But I've looked at all the inside and it does look fairly clean, so I'll change the case and throw the smoky yellowy one away. But that's all my pickups for today. In my next video, I have a Vinted purchase on its way. I have a CEX purchase on its way. So I'll be opening these on camera because some of YouTubers out there have not been having a great deal of luck with parcels arriving, whether the game's in them or not. As Kev over at Access Area 6 or Donald Mackerel, again, he has no luck on Vinted. So I'm going to stick on Parasite Eve, have a dabble on that, and I'll get back to you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, people. Bye-bye.